They connected. It went on for a long time period. It's been now 3 years.
Wow.
When she didn't even meet the boy, didn't even see the boy on the camera, that how he looks. So if he says that I will be available between 3 and 4, he would only be available between 3 and 4. If he says that I'm going to be available at 10:30 in the night, he will be only available at 10:30 in the night.
How strange.
But the rest of the time, either his phone is switched off or he's not available. She says that I want to be on video conference. Otherwise, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. This person comes on a video conference. You know, how did he come on video conference?
Huh. Dark secrets, real investigations. Every case begins with a question, a missing piece, a suspicion, and a truth waiting to be uncovered. Most people never see what happens behind the scenes, the long hours, the dead ends, the moment where everything changes. But here you will. I'm your host, Padma Kalyan, and in this series, we take you inside the real world of professional detective agency, where every episode uncovers an actual case from missing persons and surveillance operations to complex investigations that don't always go as planned, you see. You will hear directly from the investigators themselves what they saw and what they found and what it took to get the answers. These are not scripts, they are not dramatized. These are real cases, real people. Welcome to the Dark Secrets, the real investigations. Our guest is Mr. Naaman Jain, who is India's most respected and leading investigators. He received the Young Entrepreneur Award from the President of India in 2012, the Investigation Entrepreneur of the Year Award from the Ministry of Home Affairs in 2012, and the Best Detective of India's Award in 2025 by the Government of Tamil Nadu. With over 2 decades of extensive experience, he specializes in corporate frauds, financial crimes, background investigations, and other complex civil and criminal cases. As a skilled entrepreneur, he built a multi crore investigative enterprise with a strong national and international presence. His team includes former army officers, investigation bureau officials, raw professionals, and senior law enforcement experts. He worked closely with leading industrialists, politicians, bureaucrats, celebrities, and major corporations. His work has been featured by major media outlets such as CNBC, BBC, News 18, Z News, and the Economic Times, and in international documentaries, including one by channel News Asia Singapore. Let's meet the man behind the scenes, Mr. Naaman Jain. Hello, Mr. Naaman. How are you doing today?
All good, Padma.
I've been watching Sleuth's India Detective for quite some time now. I must tell you, it's very interesting and eye opening. I'm so excited to have you in our show today for our audience.
Actually, I tell my experiences because what I have learned from through this word by solving so many cases, it has actually helped a lot of people in the sense that we get around 25-30 calls every month where
Wow.
people just call us and thank us for the awareness that we are spreading in the society.
So, there are a lot of burning topics in my mind, so many things going on. However, the current burning topic that I would want to touch today is the dating apps.
So much important to discuss about dating apps these days, and a lot of them, I must say, that are getting defrauded through these dating apps.
Is that so?
And particularly Gen Z.
Especially for these Gen Zs, I think they are so much involved in a lot of these dating apps, right? Like Tinder, some third party apps and all that, a lot of people are getting deceived, they are victimized. I'm sure you must have come across a lot of situations. And what does your experience say when it comes to the victims of these dating apps? Naman, I would be interested to know those. Can we look into your experience of these victims who have actually got deceived, let me say?
Padma, I just tell you that matrimonial sites, dating apps, other kind of apps, which connect people. And these days people connect online, even through Instagram, even through Facebook,
Yeah.
even through other apps. Most common LinkedIn also, right?
LinkedIn also,
Yes.
the most professional
Yes,
website.
the most website, right? People get connected to each other, and what you see, in front of you on the dating app or on the website is just what the person wants to show you. It is not the real picture of the person. A person who is going to make his online profile would always show himself as one of the best persons on this earth. But then, what is the background behind this person? Nobody knows, and they just get carried away. I just tell you a case, very interesting case. I'm going to tell you how people get carried away. This girl met a boy through a dating app,
Okay.
right? So it was a perfect right click. The boy was a very handsome boy, very good personality, and they just start talking to each other. And once they started talking to each other, immediate chemistry ignited, and this boy used to help her a lot in her work. But they just used to speak on phone.
Okay.
They never connected physically. They didn't meet physically, and this boy even didn't used to come on the video conference with her.
He used to not come.
No. And this girl somehow slowly and gradually, because they used to speak day and night together. The
watch
boy
seeing
knew
each
everything
other.
about the girl, but the girl didn't know anything about the boy.
Okay.
They connected. It went on for a long time period. It's been now 3 years. 3 years.
Wow.
When she didn't even meet the boy, and when she didn't even see the boy on the camera, that how he looks.
Oh.
He just have some pictures. Whenever he goes to Goa, he sends his pictures from there. Whenever he goes somewhere else, he sends his picture from there. That he was available only for a limited time period during the day, only when he wanted. Otherwise, his phone was always switched off.
Okay.
So if he says that I will be available between 3 and 4, he would only be available between 3 and 4. If he says that I'm going to be available at 10:30 in the night, he will be only available at 10:30 in the night. Rest of the time, either his phone is switched off or he is not available.
Okay.
So a biggest red flag, which he couldn't, get.
Figure out exactly
Figure out,
what
yeah.
is. Okay.
Right, and it just carried on for a long period of time. 3 years she spent.
Wow.
All her friends used to say that why don't you just see the boy once? He's just total fraud and a cheat. Why don't you just meet him? Helps me out with daily work. He has helped me out so many places and everything. And now, she goes to her parents and tell them that I want to get married to this boy. And she has not even seen him.
Okay.
And now, once, her parents say that, okay, let us meet his parents and see how is everything, right? So she goes and says it to him that my parents want to meet your parents. Then he has no reason to say. Then he says, okay, I'll make my parents meet your parents, but you just wait for some time. He spent some more time just, getting on like this, and the parents never came. Sometimes he gives some excuse, my parents are ill. Sometimes
So he's just not making it happen at all.
it's that he's just not making it happen. But when his parents now started objecting that why this person is not making us meet his parents,
Yeah.
right? So then this girl insists, she's totally and madly into love, right? Now, but she insists that I want to see you on a video conference.
So what age group are these folks, Naman?
So this is around 30 years.
30 years.
The girl was around 30. She is working in a city, the IT city of the country.
Okay.
And she is doing very well for herself. She has a very good package working in a multinational company.
I understand she works for a multinational company and she's close to 30 years, and yet her maturity is so bad.
Exactly. And now see what happens next. So she says that I want to be on video conference. Otherwise, I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Okay.
She takes a firm stand. Now, this person comes on a video conference. How did he come on video conference? The creams that females apply on their face for facial, he just applied that
Oh, the
cream.
mask.
Yeah,
The
the mask on his face.
Okay.
And he lit up some lights towards his face. And he came like that, I was doing facial, that is why I've come to you like this. So he didn't show his real face.
She should have been suspicious by then itself, right?
But he was, he used to convince her so much that, she used to get convinced about everything. And she felt at that point of time that he is not the person I saw in the photograph, right? But still, she thought he might be, he's the same person because he had all over.
Okay.
Then, they started talking more. At one point of time, this female was scrolling internet and she found his pictures on internet.
So the guy whom she saw in the pictures was actually here.
And
Okay.
these pictures were actually one of the contestants of Mr. India,
Huh. Wow.
right? And all those pictures that he used to send her, that I am in Goa, I am in this club, I am here. All those pictures were also on internet, and it was of Mr. India. Now she felt suspicious. Ki these are he's Mr. India's contestant.
And this guy has been sending those pictures
And he sent those pictures.
all the while.
And you see the stupidity of this girl. She confronted him, right? But he said that, oh no, he just likes similar to me, nothing else. And he just convinced her even then. And even then, this girl didn't realize what is happening to her, right? And then, she moved on further. And now at one point of time, she wanted to buy a property, right? Because she had some money integrated. So actually, this boy used to tell her that I also work in a very big multinational and I have a monthly salary of 4 lakh rupees per month.
Okay.
Now, what happened was that once she was about to take this flat, right? So she wanted to buy it. This boy immediately, she, told it to him that I want to buy a flat. So this boy, what he did was he sent her a lot of projects where she can buy a flat immediately as soon as she said it. He sent a lot of brochures of various projects that are going on in that city and asked her to choose. And then she felt a little, suspicious that how does he have so many brochures handy with him? Is he working for some real estate company?
Yeah.
Right. How can someone have so many brochures?
Oh, she
And
used her
immediately he
brain
said,
there, huh?
yeah.
Huh.
Right. So she applied her brain. So when it came to business, said, ki, okay, I want to buy a house. This boy gets interested now. He says that, okay, I will make you buy a house. Right. So I will send you the projects and all.
Okay.
And, at this stage, he said that, okay, I will take you to show the houses to you. He hasn't met her in last
Till
4
then,
years.
till
4
then,
years,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
4 years have passed by. Now he comes into the picture and says, okay, I'll make you buy the house.
Oh.
Now this person comes, and once this person comes, he was a 45-year-old person,
Oh
total
my
stout,
God.
right? And the color complexion was also dark, right? Totally different from the person who was projected. And she feels, 4 years of relationship with a person, with an entity, right, who was turned out to be a totally different person beyond her imagination.
Correct.
Right? But still this person, when she confronts, still this person convinces her that, okay, see, please understand that, looks doesn't matter in love and all this kind of
All
stuff.
this-
Were you with me only because of love? Or, emotions doesn't,
Jnana.
only because of looks, emotions doesn't mean anything, love doesn't mean anything. Right? So all by saying all
Like a
these sorts
saint
of
he has
things,
been, huh?
he just again convinced her to be into the relationship. And moreover, she got so much dependent on this relationship because she used to speak to him day and night and emotional bond.
Right.
And the kind of vacuum her exit would create into her life, she would not be able to take that vacuum. Right? So she accepted him as it was. Now, this person bought her a house and he got the commission also on that house. And see the plight. He said that he has got 4 lakh rupees of salary per month. And he used to come on a motorbike and he used to ask for the money for petrol to go back.
Oh.
Right? And he never used to wear good clothes. The clothes were shabby. He didn't used to shave his beard. He used to come like that. And she felt that, and she was quite amazed that way that, he doesn't have money to fill petrol. Sometimes he just avoided to come because he says that I do not have petrol in my bike.
Okay.
Then now, once they started meeting, they got into physical relationships also. And after getting into physical relationships, this man became even bolder, right? Bolder in the sense that, now he wanted her more. Now he, used to come to her house unannounced, right? Every now and then he just used to come.
Mm-hmm.
And this girl started getting irritated now,
Oh.
seeing the true colors, right? And he always used to come unannounced, and he used to remain there.
Stay back.
He never used to move out till the time she had to say that you please go.
Oh.
So this is how and now he became an obsessed lover.
Oh.
Because he was thinking that, he was a 45-year-old person, not so good looking. Maybe he had in his psychology that he was dating a lot of girls by showing Mr. India's photograph.
Okay. To
And
do his.
that person used to feel a kick that, females are liking him, females are talking to him, uh, just by hiding his percent that he's not good looking. And just by showing the face of someone else.
Okay.
But this girl, actually, even after seeing her face, got physically involved with him and is still with him, right? And now he doesn't want to lose this girl.
Oh.
So now he has become an obsessed lover. Now once upon a time, she actually blocked him from everywhere.
Oh,
Right? She
okay.
blocked him from, her Instagram account, from her WhatsApp accounts. Now this boy started sending her emails on her official email ID. And this boy actually started sending her, voice messages on her official email ID. And then he started writing down mails to her bosses also. Now she got scared.
Oh.
This is when she approached us.
Okay.
Now she was really bothered. She got scared. She approached us. She wanted to get rid of this guy. He was not blackmailing,
Okay.
but he
It's all
became an
done.
obsessed lover. He just wanted her at any cost all the times.
Oh.
We started investigating on this boy. Once we started investigating, we found out that he is already married and has got 2 children also.
Oh.
Right? And he is under disputes with his wife now because of this girl since last 4 years. Because he is not able to take care of his family, and he belonged to such a poor family that they didn't have means to even eat.
My
Right? And he
God.
used to say that I earn 4 lakh rupees a month. We found out everything, and then we had shown it to the girl, and she got shocked to see that. She never knew in last 4 years that he is married and he has got children also. And then, she asked us, I want to get rid of him because he has been, sending emails and everything, and he's just stalking me everywhere.
Okay.
Now, this girl, we asked this girl to file a complaint, right? So we, through our sources, since we have got senior police officers working with us, we took it to a police station, and we didn't let the case get converted into an FIR. We just filed a complaint with the police because, and through this complaint, the police got the powers to take an action against this person. Then we took the police along with us, and we picked up this person from his house. We picked up all his mobile phones. Acha, in the interim, what he did was he took her pictures also, right? So when they were into relationship, so she was scared. Although he never blackmailed, but she was scared that he might expose them if she takes a hard stand.
Yes.
So she was scared. Then, we picked up all the devices at his home. We picked up his laptops, mobile phones, his memory cards, pen
And
drives.
he was there at home?
He was there at home. We went
You
when he
caught
was at
him?
home.
Okay.
We went there when he was at home.
Okay.
Right? So, because we are following him, no? We were watching his activities on daily
Activities.
basis.
Mm-hmm.
So we picked up everything and brought it. And then, we scanned everything. We found out all the pictures and videos of this girl there. We got them, formatted and deleted, and we crushed all the hard drives and everything in front of the girl. We took confessional statements from him. We took, a declaration from him that he's not going to stalk the girl further. We made his wife a witness to it.
Oh.
And then he was left on that day. The girl didn't want to take this case to the court.
Okay.
And then she got the hard lesson, learned that, how people exploit through these dating sites. And this is just one of the examples I've spoken about. So many cases we have handled through dating sites, where people get blackmailed.
Oh.
See, I'll tell you something. What can you, what is their means? There's so much of database on these dating sites,
Exactly.
right? They cannot verify everyone.
Okay.
So many cases on dating sites have come to us where people have been blackmailed, where girls have made their fake profiles and they entice men, they honey trap them.
Mm-hmm.
Dating sites are matrimonial sites, dating sites, other apps are filled up with such kind of girls who actually blackmail men. Now, how do they blackmail? There are two sorts of methodologies that they use. One is online blackmail and one is offline blackmail. What is online blackmail? I'm going to tell you another fraud also that has recently started on these dating sites.
Wow.
What is online blackmail? An online blackmail is that the lady would get friendly with this person on a dating site. Later, she would say that let's get friendlier on WhatsApp, let's get friendlier on Facebook, let's get friendlier on Instagram. They would connect with each other on dating sites, and then this girl would have all the accesses to her contacts on the Facebook, all the access to to his contacts on the Instagram, right? And then or they are connected on WhatsApp also. And once they've connected on WhatsApp, then they start chatting. And this girl says that at one point of time, this girl says, "Okay, let's get on a video chat." Right. So once they get on a video chat, the girl gets naked and asks him to get naked.
Oh.
And once he gets naked, they take the full pictures and videos getting naked. And now they say that we have got your contacts. We will send it to everyone in your contacts.
Okay.
They threaten that we'll send it to your bosses, we'll send it to your wife, we'll send it to your children, we'll send it to your mother, father, we'll send it to your relatives.
All these
See
obscene
how much
pictures.
humiliation people
My
have.
God.
I have come across many such profiles.
Oh,
2-3 crores of rupees people have paid, and still they were being blackmailed from where we have taken them out. And 60-year-old people, 65-year-old, 55-year-old people, so many people we have taken out of such kind of blackmail. Then offline blackmail is that they would call you to a place, they would take you to an OYO room kind of a place or something of that sort, right? So, and they would, take
This
you
place is
inside,
impressive.
and they would have secret cameras installed there.
So,
The girl would
about
carry a
earlier.
camera in her bag,
Let's not talk
or
shit.
she would carry a camera in
enough.
some other device.
Cheers to that.
And, she
all these
would
hidden cameras.
hidden cameras, and she would record while this person is trying to do something. And then she starts blackmailing that I am going to file a case against you. And there is a nexus of people, there is a nexus of advocates and police people who are involved with such kind of girls who helped her out.
Okay.
We will file a fake rape case against you in case if you are not going to give us this amount.
Wow.
Open blackmail. So offline blackmail happens this way. And now there is another fraud, a recent fraud that has come up. So I'll, what the recent fraud, I'll tell you how. One of the persons came to me, and he said that he's a government officer. And he was divorced from his wife, and it's not divorced exactly, separate from his wife, and it's been 1.5 years they both have not been living
Separated.
together.
Okay.
Now he found this girl on a dating app. They started chatting together. They found he
This
found
government officer, he must be an elderly. Is he an elderly?
no,
man or
not elderly person, maybe around
middle-aged
30,
man?
35
Oh,
years.
okay.
Yeah. And I tell you that, what happened was this government officer got, into a friendly chat with this lady. This lady called him to one place in Chandigarh. She said, okay, you come, we will go out and we will have our, dinner together.
Okay.
He felt that since we are meeting at a public place, there is no threat. He went there. They went into a restaurant together. And once they went into a restaurant, they started drinking together. The girl ordered for herself. He ordered for himself. And then later when he saw the bill of 1,47,000 rupees. So once he saw the bill of 1,47,000 rupees, he felt amazed. He said, how come this kind of bill? He went to, he asked, so he said that, we have ordered for a drink that was 20,000 rupees each. Right? He said, ki, how come? The girl who was having the drinks was 20,000 rupees each. He himself was having a 700 rupees drink, but the girl was having a 20,000 rupees drink.
Oh.
It was written in their menu, but the person didn't notice because his whole focus was in the girl. He wanted to just impress her.
Okay.
Right. So he didn't notice that. And once the bill came, when he objected, then the bouncers came that you have to pay. It is written in the menu. Why didn't you notice? 20,000 rupees a drink. And then they ordered for the food also, expensive food also.
Okay.
So, and he ultimately had to pay. Good exploitation. Now he went to the police there that this is how I have been exploited. The police says that how can we write a complaint when it is written in their menu that this drink
Obviously,
is
right?
It is your mistake.
Yes.
So basically it's a legal scam. Right?
Legal scam.
He went to the police commissioner there because he was a government officer. He said that what can we do about this case? Then he came back. Then he contacted us, sir, what can I do about this? Then I told her that what you do is you publicly humiliate these people, write down your experience on every online site about this restaurant where you went.
Okay.
Right, so online restaurant means where you have to write down reviews like Google reviews and the
Yeah, all
reviews
that.
wherever. So you just write down about your experience at all the places, that how you met this girl. She had the screenshots of the chats that he had this girl. Just attach everything. He has a copy of the bill maker. Just attach everything, and then you just expose them everywhere. And once the restaurants' names get exposed, they will come to you themselves.
Right.
And
Obviously,
he
they
did
don't.
the exact same thing. and this restaurant, came to
Approach
them
them.
within 7 days of time.
Wow.
And just to remove all those reviews and everything, they paid him 10 times the amount.
Wow.
So this is a new fraud that is going on. A girl is going to call you to a restaurant and this has become very prominent.
Okay.
And she has got connections with the restaurant owner and the restaurant owner, and they both share the commissions of such kind of a legal fraud.
Okay.
Very difficult, yeah. So people, there is a lot of problem going on these days.
Mm-hmm.
These days apps like Gleedin have also come up,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where you can have extramarital affairs if you are married.
Okay.
On these sites, most of the people would be men only, and some of the people would be those people who pose themselves women, but they are actually men behind it.
Okay.
Right? So a man chatting with a man posing as a woman, people don't even realize this.
Oh.
I just recently did a case. This boy, got into a chatting with a girl,
Uh-huh.
and this guy, they just started chatting
Yes.
with each other,
Yeah.
and he didn't know that his number on Truecaller shows his company's name,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't know that on Truecaller it shows his email ID also. And the other girl noticed that once he was chatting, and this girl through his company's name found out everything, that he is the owner of this company, so many employees, his father does this, his mother does this, and then researching everything, he got to his wife also. This is the wife, this is the wife's mobile number, everything she researched by calling up his office colleagues and everything.
Okay.
And now she says that, whatever you have chatted with me till now, that I'm going to sleep with you, let's date, let's go here, let's go there, I'm going to send it to your wife, I'm going to send it to your father, I'm going to send it to your brother and everyone. Right? Now this person is under a lot of distress when he came to me that, this person, this girl is exploiting me. And he had already paid lakhs of rupees to her.
Oh.
It is not new methods. It has become an industry now. Right? It is professionally managed.
Okay.
And people people who are unaware of what is happening in the society, fall a easy prey, easy victims to these kind of websites.
Oh.
I would only say one thing, that trusting someone may be dangerous, but not trusting someone may be disastrous. Right?
Yes.
But at the same point of time, trust but verify. Right? So that is second advice. So it is not that people do not have to find their spouses. It is not that people should not trust everyone.
No, but
It's
this is
only that
getting
a
really.
background check is very important on everyone, right? Before they are investing themselves emotionally, financially, or physically also, that they have to get a background check on that person.
Okay.
And moreover, you don't need to actually employ a detective company for a small time background checks. You can do it yourself also. Why not ask deep questions to the other person? Where do you live? Who is there in your family? What is our, where do you work? Just give a phone call to that place and see if the person is actually working there. Just give a roam around the house and see if the person is actually living there or not.
Mm-hmm.
But what I say is, before they get into love, right, before they proceed ahead, they should actually, see what is happening. See, I tell you a case of this love story. Right? This girl met this boy online again, and this boy, she had fallen into love. He stays at a place, and he works in a respectable company where he used to work actually. Right? Everything was very rosy about this boy. Everything good. She once she decides to get married to him, she told her mother, and the mother came to us for a simple background check on this boy. Right? So once we started investigating this boy, the place where he used to live, everything was positive about him. In the company also, everything was positive about him. He used to earn very well and everything. Then when we do a research on the person, through our methods and open source intelligence network, we find out all the past addresses where the person had been living. The address where he used to live currently, he was living here only since last 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
And the company that he was working since last 2 to 3 years, where everything was very good.
Okay.
Once we found out his old addresses, which the girl also didn't know about, we reached to a place in Ghaziabad.
Okay.
And once we reached there, right, we found out, through the neighborhood, that he was already married and his wife committed suicide.
Oh.
He was an abuser. He used to beat his wife mercilessly.
Oh
And
my
this
God.
wife's parents actually expired in COVID. She only had two sisters. Those two sisters were living abroad, right?
Ah.
And there was nobody to
Nobody
take
here
care
to
of
actually.
her, and she was so suppressed inside the house that she finally took a decision to commit suicide.
Oh.
See what we discovered,
Yeah.
and it was this dark background was all hidden.
Okay.
See, mostly we get those cases where people are already trapped.
Okay.
See, for pre-matrimonial background check is a subject where people are more aware of, right? They are more aware of a background check before the marriage because they are getting into something now. A lot of people are getting pre-matrimonial background checks done. People
Okay.
are aware of it, but still, people are still not getting background checks done when they are going only for dating, right?
Ah.
Because they don't want to spend money.
Okay.
Because at this stage they think that is just totally
It's not
harmless.
required, it's
Yeah, it is not
okay.
required. Why to spend money? Because you have yet not,
Oh.
and you do not have, a future plan in mind also. You do not have to get married to that person. It's just for fun that you are
This
getting
is
into it.
another thing now.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So, and that is when they get, defrauded.
Okay.
A lot of men are exploiting women also.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I tell you something, these are the cases where women actually have crossed their age of marriage, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and these people come into their life saying that they are army doctors, they are, working with army, they are
And
working with
forever they
navy,
have
they are
sacrificed their
doctors.
life for their
Yeah,
profession and all
yes,
that.
exactly. And then they approach them, and they pose as if they are the best people in the world. They talk to you, day in and day out, and then they start exploiting you with money, right? So because they know your vulnerability, that once you started talking to them, they know your
They
vulnerabilities.
check
They
the
know,
pulse,
yes,
right?
they check the pulse. And then, under some pretext, my mother is ill. Oh, I need some money. My business has gone into loss. I will return it back to you. I need the money right now. Oh, I've sent you a gift. It is got stuck on customs, and the custom officer is asking for money. Right. So you please pay the money into this account, and he would, send the gift to you.
Wow. See the number of cases, how they are coming.
Yes, exactly. And just, a few months back, we did a case.
Mm-hmm.
And this case was a case wherein, we did it for a lady, and this lady had fallen into love with a boy, and this lady was based in Dubai.
Okay.
She had fallen into love with a boy who was an Indian. He used to say that I'm a doctor working with army, and I've been doing quite well for myself, but I go at sensitive places, for at army location. I cannot tell you my location. I'm not allowed to. So he only used to chat with her and talk to her on phone calls, right? But he never used to tell his location because he used to say that I'm working at a sensitive position. I'm
Yeah,
not
and I
allowed
can't
by the
reveal.
Indian government to. And he had a lot of knowledge about medicines also.
Okay.
So if she used to ask something, he used to tell her that, okay, this medicine is good for this medicine is good for this.
Okay.
She thought he's a real doctor, right? And but this boy never used to, again talk to her for limited time periods, not talk to her in the nights, only used to talk to her in the daytimes, only when he wanted. Otherwise, his phone is always switched off.
Mm-hmm.
That's a red flag. Why are
Yeah,
you not
that's a real
available all the
red flag.
time? Why do
Yeah.
you have to be only available on a specific time?
Oh.
And once this lady came to us, we started investigating on this person.
Okay.
She just gave us his mobile number.
Okay.
Through this mobile number, we found out, through our open source intelligence network, we found out what all other mobile numbers are associated with this mobile number. This number was taken in a fake name at a fake address, right? But we found out which all other mobile numbers are mentioned as alternate numbers to this mobile number.
Okay.
And then we started researching about those numbers. Then we found out a person, and an address and the name, where this person was actually staying. But we were not sure whether it's the same person or not. We took his photograph by going to that address, and we had shown it to her. Once we had shown it to her, she identified, okay, this is the same person who I video call.
Okay.
Right? Now we started conducting a background check on him. When we conduct a background check on him, we again realized that he's already married with having 2 children. And he was not even a doctor. He was just a medical representative in a medical pharmaceutical company.
After seeing your shows, I understand that a lot of people are learning how to deal with the situations. You see what I'm saying? Because it's creating a lot of awareness, a lot of awareness to people. They do understand how to deal with the situations now. I greatly appreciate the work that you guys are doing.
Sure.
ఝన్ ఝన్ తెలుగు వన్